favorite foundations. I have pretty oily skin. I'm drier around my mouth, but the rest of my face is pretty oily. And I found that these foundations that I'm going to talk to you about have really worked for my skin type. The first one that I really like is the Makeup Forever High Definition Foundation. This is in shade 153 if you guys have similar skin tone to me. I really like this foundation. It's medium to full coverage and it gives a really airbrushed clean finish. So I really recommend this one, but it is pretty heavy, so I don't recommend this if you're looking for like a really light foundation. This one will cover a lot. So yeah, I really like this one. Another one that I like is the Revlon Color Stay. And this one you can get at drugstores. I think it's pretty inexpensive. I really like this one. It does stay for a really long time. It can be a little bit dry on me sometimes. So if you do have dry skin already, do not use this one. But for oily skin, it really does work. I noticed that when I put it on my hand first before I apply it to my face, it takes a really long time to get washed off, which just shows how well it stays on your skin. So this truly does stay true to its name, Color Stay. It really does last a long time, so I really like this one. The next one that I really like is a tinted moisturizer. This one is by Mercier, and it's the oil-free one, and it has an SPF of 20. And this is my go-to super fast foundation for the mornings if I don't want to wear a lot of makeup and if I just want that sheer cover. I use this, and it has SPF in it, which is great. It'll protect me from the sun, and it's just really, really light. Yeah, I really like. Next, my favorite foundation of all time is the Chanel Matte Lumiere foundation, and I spoke about this in my current favorites video, and I absolutely love it. It only comes in 5 shades though, so that's maybe a disadvantage, but I did find my perfect shade, and it's in 50 Naturel. I really like this. It goes on super smooth and it gives a really silky finish. I'm wearing it right now. It's long lasting and it's matte, so this is great for oily skin. They also have a couple of other ones. I'm going to list them down below. When I'm applying my liquid foundation, I use either the Sigma Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki brush, or I use the MAC 190 brush right here. I use either of these two depending on the look that I want, but I never ever use my fingertips because I just don't think it's very productive for your fingers to be on your skin. You're just adding more oil and your fingers could be dirty, and I just think it's much cleaner and much more hygienic to use clean brushes. This one is really great. It's very, very soft and it's flat top. And this is a buffer, so this will really buff the liquid foundation into your skin. The reason that your skin is going to look so great is because it's literally lifting the skin up, getting the makeup in, and then letting the skin go down. So it's kind of like micro exfoliating while you're putting your foundation on. So I definitely recommend a brush like this for oily skinned girls. And the next one that I like is the MAC 190, and I use this a lot. I used it this morning, and this is good for all skin types. And basically I put on my foundation directly onto the brush and then just go like this or like that around your face. And this gives a much more dewy finish to your skin rather than buffing it into your skin, but they're both nice. I like both of them. Another buffering brush that you could also use is this one right here. It's a Kabuki brush as well, but it's dome shaped, and this one is by Coastal Scents. And it's super small, but I really love it, and it really gives you that airbrush finish, so I really like that. Okay, so now moving on to my powder foundations. There's only one that I really like, and it's that MAC Mineralize foundation or pressed powder. And this one is in medium deep, and this one is in medium. And I really, really like these to set my liquid foundation, and I sometimes even use it by itself. These have been my favorite for a really, really long time, and I recommend them to all of my friends. And it just gives you that really clean finish, and it's good for oily skin because it doesn't leave like a very dewy, cakey look. So the reason I have two is because I blend them to get my perfect shade, and sometimes I'll just use this one around my eye area and down the center of my face, and then sometimes I'll use this on the outer parts. So I like to play with the two colors. Another great powder by MAC is the MAC Blot Press Powder, and I also spoke about this in my current favorites video. And this is great also for setting your makeup, and it's so amazing for oily skin. It's absolutely unbelievable. It literally just removes every single bit of shine from your face. So if you are suffering from very oily skin, this is a great product. I keep this in my purse with me and just touch up during the day. So yeah, I really like this, and I set my foundation with it sometimes too, especially in the T-zone, and it just keeps my makeup looking fresh and matte all day. Another alternative that you can use for setting your liquid foundation is using a translucent powder. It looks like this. It's basically a white clear powder, and it doesn't leave any color or anything. It doesn't look white unless, you know, like you blotch it or something. But this is great if you don't want to add any extra weight to your makeup, any extra color to your makeup. It's just going to keep that liquid foundation in place. So I really like this. When I apply my powder foundations, I use a Kabuki brush like this. This one is by Bobbi Brown, but you can get Kabuki brushes from any cosmetics brand, like e.l.f. has them. What I like to do is buff the powder in on top of my liquid foundation, and this will really keep the liquid foundation in place. It won't budge as much, and it'll look really airbrushed and really flawless looking. So basically what I'll do is I'll swirl it around in here and then dust off the excess, and then just swirl it around my face, just like that. So those are pretty much my favorite foundations, both liquid and powder. I guess the one that I'm using the most right now is definitely the Chanel Matte Lumiere plus the MAC Mineralize powders. And I use this brush the most, and then finish off with this buffer. So yeah, I hope that you found this video helpful. Maybe you learned something new, maybe I answered some questions that you had. And yeah, I hope that you liked it, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye!